Rich Tarani with TMC. We're up in Boston this week. Thanks for watching. Jocelyn Shire is on the program, and she's with Bionolux. Jocelyn, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Rich.
So I figured we start by just making sure the audience, in case you're not aware of your company, knows a little bit about you.
Well, we're a brand new wearables company. We make something that I like to call for the quantified other rather than the quantified self. It's a social and emotional wearable.
Okay, so can you give us more specifics? That sounds fascinating.
Yes, so if you think about most of the wearables that are available on the market right now, they are about health, well-being. They are involved with tracking your own response to things. What we make is a wearable that tracks a biosignal, similar to many of the other wearables, but what it does is it projects out by translating it to a light display that glows with your response. So it gets brighter as you get more activated and excited, and then it dims as you calm down.
Now, where does this light live?
In the sensor itself.
So is it like a necklace, a pendant, or?
No, it's actually a small, what I call a handlet. It's not a bracelet, it's a handlet at the moment. Yep. Okay,
so then I guess it would be safe to call it something like a mood ring for the new era?
I've often been compared to a mood ring with this device. I actually don't think that that's a bad thing to call it. I wouldn't say that it detects your mood, but it does detect a component of the emotional response that is actually being affected by your nervous system. So rather than just the old mood ring from the 70s that changes color based on your skin temperature, this is being driven by your sympathetic nervous system.
So I think the concept of the mood ring was to really determine mood, but it didn't do a very good job because it was just temperature. So if you're cold or hot.
Well, it was more of a gimmick.
But this is really a more accurate way of gauging that emotional state then.
Right. This is being, the light's being lit up by something called skin conductance, which we know is a measure of how nervous, excited, scared, happy. It doesn't tell you the positive or negative component of how you're feeling, but it does tell you the intensity.
So that's really, it's a different take on things. And so what applications do you see?
Well, I think the applications are quite vast. I think it depends on what we decide to focus on first. Right now we're selling them in bulk as audience sensors. We've shown that it's possible to have someone standing on stage in front of an audience and be able to look out into a sea of lights, and then even afterwards be able to capture that light or those that signal and be able to tell afterwards what was going on stage and how the audience was reacting, and what was better, what was worse, what made people get excited, what made people get bored, perhaps, and be able to look at that over a day-long period or a conference period. And so it has applications for many things.
Absolutely. I mean, like TV pilots. I mean, I can imagine conferences is another area where we, at our conferences, we ask people to fill out an evaluation form, and this is obviously a much better way, potentially, of doing it, right? You just put on the handlet, and you even can have analytics where you could see that this session was, it got people very excited. Can you tell if people are asleep? This session put people to sleep?
Well, I can't speak on sleep because actually there are times probably when it will glow when you're asleep. So I don't.
Depends on your dream, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on your dream. But you can tell when people are very, very calm because it will stop glowing altogether. If you'd like me to show you it. I'd be very happy to. Do you want that on camera?
Yeah, sure.
I'm always very activated, of course, when I'm giving a talk or doing an interview with someone like you. So you can see it's glowing immediately as I put it on. What I do is I let it accustom to my skin, build up a little bit of a seal over a few seconds. And then what I want to do is I want to dial this dial so that it's just barely on, and then it's probably at the sensitive enough state where a thought or my breathing can cause the light to glow. So if I take a deep breath.
So why don't you just aim that at the camera? Okay, wow.
And I don't know.
So it did pick up a little bit. So, and then it came back down.
If I stomp my feet.
Okay, very interesting.
So obviously some physical activity will make it glow, but also I'm going to leave it here so that as we talk, you can see what we talk about. And how
so is it basically just red? Is it a bright red, or like there are no other colors basically?
Well, this one is. I recently made some white ones for someone, so they can be ordered, I guess, in whatever color bracelet you want, whatever color LED you want.
Okay. You want to dial that down again so it gets dim? Because I'm going to ask you about your politics.
Oh, don't worry about it, because we have a lot more room here.
You don't even have to get into it. Wow, I can see you've got some strong opinions.
I do have some strong opinions.
So, Jocelyn, thanks so much for being on the program. This was great. Great demo. Really great. Thanks.